and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. And today, guys, we are taking a cheeky look at Chainlink, specifically as to whether or not it is too late to potentially get into this project. And so this is going to be hopefully a relatively informative one. Also going to go through the chart, see what's going on there, and just see where maybe there's an entry point if you're looking to get into Chainlink or potentially get back into Chainlink. So as always, guys, if you find it useful, informative, do go ahead and smash that like button. You know how much Chris appreciates it, and I appreciate it too. And if you're new to the channel and not yet subscribed, do go ahead and subscribe. By subscribing, you will be kept up to date with all the videos and live streams that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. Right, with all of that said and done and out of the way, let's jump over to the desktop, Chris, and take a look at Chainlink.
Yeah, let's do it. I love this project.
Fantastic. So for those who don't know, Chainlink is a decentralized network of nodes that provide data and information basically from an off-blockchain source and basically then delivers that to the on-blockchain smart contracts via oracles. So, very quick kind of summary of that. It's basically a decentralized oracle network that provides real-world data for smart contracts, right? And because of this, ultimately, Chainlink has had many upon many massive integrations. If you look at most, I guess, blockchain platforms, they're pretty much integrated, aren't they, Chris, with Chainlink?
That's it, yeah.
So smart contracts, for those who again are not so familiar, are pre-specified agreements on blockchains that evaluate information and automatically execute when certain conditions are met. So Link is the digital token that is used to pay for such a service on the network, right? So to understand the benefits of Chainlink and how it functions, then we'll probably do a whole dedicated video to that. We have obviously covered a few different Chainlink videos, but we can obviously go into a little bit more detail at some point in the future, talking more about how it works, what the functions are, and it is relatively complex, but ultimately just think of Chainlink as getting real-world data and putting it into a smart contract, right? And doing so in a trustless way. So if we have a look at the chart, Chris, we can obviously see some pretty significant movements. And if we have a look at the price for today, it's 23.06 at the point of recording. So it's had pretty significant price increase in the last 24 hours, which actually represents 9.7%, right? So we can see that represented in our green candle on our daily chart here. Now, this pushed up quite high. It kind of got past and is currently still past our first price target of $21.61. This is a price target that we talk about a lot on our channel, specifically on our live streams when some of you guys would like to actually dig into these charts on one of our one-to-one basis, right? And ultimately, we've gone past here. Now, hopefully this will close out above this line. By closing above this line, I'm anticipating it will come down and retest on that particular line. So therefore, I'm thinking there's an entry point here of around that $21.61. It's going to be in that zone. I imagine a wick may come below a little bit lower, ultimately probably in that zone here, right? So I would have thought that we would see a wick coming down into this particular zone. Okay, so basically where this candle closed, where this one opened and closed, and where this one opened. So that would be at $20.60, but I still think a good comfortable entry point will be that $21.60 level if we do get this coming down and retesting this particular area. Once that retest is done, and if it holds there and closes on that line or above that line, I'm expecting us to head up towards our second price target, Chris. And that price target is $30.29. Okay, so I imagine this could happen within a few days. It could take more than that. It could take 7 days or so. Timing is usually the most difficult thing to get right in this particular space. You kind of have these price targets, we can see them, we kind of know what's going to happen from a technical point of view, but sometimes you just can't quite plan out how the timing looks, okay? So it could be a space of 1 or 2 days, or it could be a space of a week to a month, right? But we do know at some point in the near future, we're going to be coming across this $30.29. So that much I'm pretty confident on. I cannot see this thing going in the other direction anytime soon. So that's our second price target, right? And our third price target here is $38.97. So again, once we test this level, we'll imagine we'll probably come back down. Expect us to probably end up with an area maybe in this kind of zone here. maybe in this area we would even have a bit of a sideways action, right? We end up trading sideways for a little bit before we have another push back up into the new price discovery. Okay, so that's kind of how I'm figuring this thing's going to play out a little bit. So ultimately, is there still time to get into Chainlink? I think there's plenty of time to get into Chainlink still, because ultimately we are currently trading at $23, and yet we can still see an upside of the higher end of the Fibonacci showing $44. Okay, so I think we're going to do some massive price discovery for Link in 2021, and I don't think it's even going to be limited to our Fibonacci extension levels either. I think it's going to be significantly higher than that. So for any of those people who are wondering, why are my price targets so low? This is just the technicals from the low level on our Fibonacci on the 23rd of September and the high levels of the Fibonacci on the 24th of November. Okay, and with those parameters, it then predicts out some kind of like mathematical equations as to where we're going to see some, ultimately like resistance levels and price predictions on those. So you have the 1.61 Fibonacci level, that's the $21. We have the 2.61 Fibonacci, that's our $30 price target. That's the next one that we're trying to go after. We have the 3.61 Fibonacci, that's the $38, and then we have the 4.23 Fibonacci, which is the $44. Okay. But by no stretch of the imagination is that what my upper limit thinking is. I think this thing, Chris, can go so much higher. What's your kind of thoughts on, price for 2021 for Link?
Like, I think with the bull run and everything, I'm sort of thinking it can get to between $400 and $500. And I've seen others predicting like $1,000. Like, I can't see it going that high. But yeah, I think it's a fantastic project. It's integrated so well with many other projects in the space, and I can see it going to $400 to $500.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, if I roll back up here, guys. Basically, if it goes to $400, we can see an increase here of 1,642%, which obviously would be a massive increase. Just still not as much as some other projects from a percentage point of view, but still some fantastic gains if you want to be in the project for Link, right? And going forward, this thing is only ever going to have some significant momentum moving forward. As I said before, those integrations that you see with Chainlink, they are seriously vast, guys. They do cross over so many fantastic areas. So most blockchains these days, you can kind of see integrations with Chainlink, right? So anyone who's basically kind of requesting contract data, right? They will use Link to basically pay for their Chainlink nodes. They'll have the integrations there. And yeah, I think ultimately, Chainlink's reputation is also something you have to consider, right? There are other players in this space, such as Band or API3, which is another fantastic project. But Chainlink is kind of has a huge reputation because it was one of the first who did this in such a way that made it a trustless real world data, right? So I think it's absolutely fantastic. There is one obviously glaring thing that we do have with Chainlink here, and that is that it is built on Ethereum in accordance with the ERC20 standard. Now, as Ethereum does well this year, therefore transacting in Link will become more expensive. Okay, so you do have to bear that in mind. The Ethereum gas fees utilizing something like Link may also increase over time as Ethereum also gains in value. So you do have that as a bit of a consideration as well, Chris, to play and keep that in mind. But ultimately, I think Link is a fantastic project, and it may be on Ethereum now, doesn't mean it will stay on Ethereum moving further forward either. There are definitely another platform such as Cardano who can quite easily convert ERC20 standard tokens over to the Cardano blockchain. So if they wanted to have Link transacting in a more streamlined and scalable way with lower fees, then Cardano may be their solution as Ethereum becomes a victim of its own success. So there's all that stuff to consider, but for now it's looking very promising. We obviously have these immediate price targets. We kind of see how that's playing out, and yes, to answer the question, I think there is plenty of time to get involved with Chainlink. These are still undervalued tokens in my opinion, and I think it's got a lot of promise for 2021 and beyond. Anything you want to add, Chris?
No, I don't think there's anything else I can add. Just a fantastic project that's going to do really, really well.
Absolutely. So guys, if you found it useful, informative, do go ahead and smash that like button. Chris really appreciates it. I really appreciate it. The whole Cheeky Crypto community really appreciates it. And if you're new to the channel and not yet subscribed, do go ahead and subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, you will be kept up to date with all the videos and live streams that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. And with all that said and done, we hope you have a fantastic day, guys, and we'll catch you all in the next one.
Take care.